Hello, everyone. This is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. All right, so today's a little bit somber. It's November 11th. It is Remembrance Day. And I wanted to pay tribute for all of those who fought for our freedoms, fought for everything that we have today. So today, a little Remembrance Day wreath in honor of all the veterans and all of the lost souls who have given up their lives to defend our countries, to defend our freedom, and to give us everything we have today. Here we go. Let's get started on our Remembrance Day wreath. I'm starting off using a Dollar Tree green wreath form, some gray yarn, and some felt that I got from the Dollarama. And pretty much that's everything that I'm going to be using today. The red and black felt I should include is what I'm going to work with today. Starting off, I'm going to take my wreath form. I'm going to lay down a little bead of glue and attach one end of my yarn in the glue so it's attached. And then I'm going to wrap it around the entire wreath frame. And normally what I do is I do 2 rounds with my right hand, and then I just hold it in place with my left. I'm pulling it a little bit tight, but not too tight. It's a little bit taut, but not too tight. I want to make sure that it's wrapped around, but not too tight. And I'm going to go all the way around the wreath, just wrapping it around over and over again. And then at the very end, do another bead of glue, and I'm going to do another couple of wraps to end it off, making sure that yarn goes through the glue and holds in place. I'm just going to hold it there for a bit. Once it's dry, I'm going to cut the excess off, and then we have our base wreath all ready to go. In order to make our poppy, I'm going to cut my squares into 4 cubes. So I'm cutting them in half, and then I'm cutting them in half again. So I'm cutting them in quarters. And I'm not really measuring, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. They don't have to be the exact same size, but roughly the same size is good. And once I've cut my cubes, I'm going to fold them in half, and I'm going to create a little circle. So you fold it in half again, and then cut a little arch. Make sure that the folds are at the bottom and left-hand side like I've shown. And then once you open it up, you've got your little circle, and I'm going to cut right down the center, just halfway through the circle. Again, folding it into a little cube, cutting an arch, opening it up, and then giving it another cut right down the center. For this, I have 4 piles, and in each pile I have different amounts. So the first pile I have 5, 4, and 3, and then I have 1, but the one that I have is not cut. So that single one is not cut, but the rest of them are cut down the middle. And what I'm going to do is start off with the one that's not cut, and that's going to be the base of our poppy. And what I will do is I will just add a little bead of glue to all the ones that we've cut so far. Just a little line of glue. It doesn't have to be too much glue. And then I'm just going to fold over, creating a little cone. So it's like a little disc, a little dish, if you will. It's not too much of a cone, but just a little bit. And I'm going to do that for each one of our cut pieces. I'm just going to put the glue down, hold it in place, and create my little discs. And I'm going to do that for each of my piles. And once my piles are all done, I'm going to take that singular one, add a little dab of glue right on the outside, take one of my little discs, and add that right there. And glue it down, hold it for a little bit to make sure it's nice and secure. Once that's secure, I'm going to add another dab of glue and work on the outside, adding my petals. So I have 5 petals in total for the outside, 4 for the middle layer, and 3 for my top layer all together. And I'm just going to go around and glue all of those together. As you see, I'm doing right here. So my first row is done. Time for my second row. This time I'm just going to overlap those petals, and I'm going to attach it the exact same way, and then I'm going to fill it in with the 3 last petals right at the top. And there you go. We have our outside of the poppy and the poppy petals all finished. To create the black inside of the poppy, I'm just going to cut little strips, and I don't measure, I just do little strips like you see here of black felt. I'm going to pile them all together, and then once they're together, I'm just going to take my scissors and chop them into wee little squares. And I'm going to create a large pile of these little guys you can see there, and those are going to go right in the center. So all I do is I take a whole bunch of glue, put it right in the center of my poppy, and then I'm going to add those little black cubes right in the center. And then once they're all there, I'm going to squish it down and let that fully dry. Once it's all dry, it's ready to attach to our wreath. And here's our wreath that we just created with the yarn. I'm going to throw a little bit of hot glue down and add my poppy right onto the wreath. A really nice, simple, easy to do poppy wreath for Remembrance Day today. I just love how this turned out, and I hope you did as well. Thank you so much for watching and joining me today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.